Welcome back to Simple Builds. This is episode 2 of building a 98 Honda Civic to give away to one of you guys. We're gonna jump right into the build, but let me show you guys what we got going on. Obviously, we have some brand new coilovers. We have a front lip, we have a front grille, we have some RPF1 style wheels with some nice Nitto tires on them. So first up, we're gonna get started on the coilovers. Let's jump right into it. Before we get started, I just want to show you guys the ride height. Obviously, it's more than 4, 5, 6 fingers, something like that, and I prefer it to be around 2 fingers. Obviously, we got to fix this ride height with these coilovers, so I'm really excited to get these nasty old tires off with these steelies, and then we got the new wheels coming on later. That's going to be the last thing we install, so stay tuned for that, but let's fix this ride height gap and get these coilovers on. That sucks. It just sheared straight off, and I don't know how the heck I'm gonna fix this. So for the rear shock, you guys obviously just saw we just snapped this end of this bolt off. Just working through the process of how I'm gonna probably try to fix this. It's a bolt that goes through to the other side, which is a welded nut. So I'm probably gonna try to break this weld off on this nut here, so then we can hopefully get that bolt out and then get some new hardware with a nut and bolt and put it through to fix that. But let's see if we can snap that weld on that nut. Okay, I think we did it. Okay, so we might be able to remove that out with it snapped off with the ratchet. Let's see. So what we're doing now is just removing this nut off the end. That's a welded nut. And then hopefully we'll be able to tap that through. Okay, that nut's off. Let's see if we remove some pressure off of that suspension. And maybe we'll be able to wedge it out some more. Hopefully remove some stress and tension off of that, so maybe it'll be easier to hit out. We're gonna try to apply some heat to it, and then hopefully it'll loosen up this outer collar of this shock here, and then we can hammer the bolt the rest of the way out. Let's first get some PB Blast on it. Oh, nice. Hey. So it looks like the bushing is the culprit, and we just bent the bottom of the shock out of the way, and this bushing is pretty much like cementing that bolt through. Our best bet is just buy some new lower control arms. They're pretty cheap. So we'll get this bottom bolt here and this one here out. Hopefully they don't strip and do the same thing. Should be okay on this one. I'm just scared because that's the gas tank right there. So when breaking bolts loose, which is what I should have done on the other one, you want to obviously heat the crap out of it because that's going to expand the hole, and you want to use forces, heavy forces that are quick bursts instead of long drawn measures of force, because that's going to be a quick way to snap a bolt. I don't know the science behind it, but that's always worked for me, so hopefully it'll work for you guys. There it goes. The 3 bottom bolts on the lower control arm are all off, so we're gonna take that out and then figure out whether we need a new lower control arm or just a new bushing. So let's get these 2 bolts on the top and drop the suspension out. 2 bolts are out. This should be able to just hammer right out. There it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. And she's out. Here's all the old stuff here, these 2 rears and the 2 fronts next to the brand new shiny coilovers about ready to go in. So let's get the new coilovers in, and we'll start with the front. Take these 2 nuts off the top and then we'll slide it in. right, the front is all on. Now we got the rear. We're gonna do the same thing. Take these off, and then it looks like we found a new lower control arm that we can pick up tomorrow. So once we get that, we'll be able to finish up these coilovers. Hang on. It is the next day. The lower control arm came in. We got a brand new one from my buddy Dave. Helped us out and delivered it. I know you guys remember him. He just opened up a shop. Make sure to check out his stuff. He's gonna be opening up really soon. Really excited for him. Let's get this lower control arm up here. It goes like this. Slide this thing in. This lower control arm was only $90. We got 2 bolts left. Can you grab me those 2? Thank you, sir. So we're gonna slide this 1 bolt in here. Get it started. And then we'll slide it up here on this side. Okay, that's lined up. Take the bolt, slide it through. And then we'll start that one by hand. And you guys saw that we obviously snapped our bolt. No. This is what's left of it. Locally, thankfully, they had the same bolt for about $2. A little bit longer than we need, but it'll work perfectly fine. We got the washer going in here. This will be legendary if I get it by myself, and I did. Like a boss. Sick. We got the one side in, throw the washer in through there. Oh yeah. And then we'll put the nut on this side, just like that. It saves the day. We're just gonna get these 2 snug and then snug up this one, and then I'll show you guys really quick how to adjust ride height right here. I know there's a lot of videos talking about adjusting coilovers, but I'll give you guys a brief rundown. These are called spanner wrenches. These are usually 90% of the time what you're gonna use on an adjustable coilover. You have this perch here, and then the shock, obviously, with the spring. And then this is how these locking collars adjust the ride height. This is the spring rate, how much you tighten or loosen the spring, which is this collar here. Usually you wanna go till it's snug, and then fit 1 spanner wrench in between, and then tighten the bottom collar. And then to adjust ride height, I'll show you guys, you loosen this bottom collar here, like this, and then you'll spin this top ring right here, and you'll see the bottom gap will close. So that means you're lowering the car because you're pushing more of the threads down into this collar here. So that is how you adjust it. Very brief and easy. Springs have 3 adjustments most of the times. You'll have ride height, you'll have spring rate, and then you'll have damping, which is controlled through the top, which these don't have adjustable damping. That is a quick and dirty rundown on adjustable coilovers and how to adjust the height. Bye-bye old suspension. Now let's show you guys the wheels. Like you guys saw, we have the RPF1 style wheels and nice sticky Nitto tires. So we're gonna throw these babies on. Hopefully it'll be pretty decent with the ride height right off the bat. We'll probably have to adjust a few things. So let's go ahead and start throwing these on, lower it down, check out the ride height. Let's lower it down and check the ride height. Oh! Yeah, we gotta go up. I wish I could ride this low. It looks sick, but definitely gotta go up on this side. This side looks really dope. So obviously we need to go up because this is not dailyable. As soon as it starts to compress, it'll probably rub there. And in the back, yeah, we'll probably need to go up a little bit. This is about 1 finger gap. The other side is pretty much slammed. So let's go ahead and adjust this. I won't bore you guys with all the details, and then we'll dial in this fitment, and then we'll move on to the next mod. Ah! Almost forgot, let's remove the e-brake because that also, oddly enough, I don't know how it works, but it has something to do with the ride height. So let's remove the e-brake. Did it do anything? Oh yeah, I think it did go down. And this side probably went even lower. Oh, mama. That ain't dailyable. Let's get her up. All right, guys, we just got it all dialed in. I think this ride height is pretty much perfect. It is about 1 finger, a little bit more. And I know I said 2 fingers, but for this one, I think that's just perfect. So a nice, good daily drivable ride height that's not gonna rub on you guys. We're gonna definitely bring it out and test everything and lock it in even further. But for now, this looks so good. Really stoked on that. Now let's move on to the next mods. Now that the ride height is dialed in, we got some exciting stuff going on. The front end, and that's really gonna pull this build all together and complete it. We got our front grille and lip to go on. So we're gonna start off with the front grille, which is right here. I think this thing looks really cool. So I'm excited to throw this sucker in. Very cheap, easy, quick mod, you know, very simple builds-esque. This is about $35 from Amazon. It had a ton of good reviews, so if you guys do want to check it out, it may or may not be linked below, so just stay out for that. We're gonna slap this thing on here. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, and it's only a couple clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. Swap it out real quick. I want to get a phone clip before we do that. Let's get the footage for Instagram. So if you guys aren't following on Instagram, go check it out. My handle is the same as on here on YouTube, SMPL Builds, Simple Builds. Go follow. Doink. Doink. Oh man, I hope it didn't break. No, it's still good. If you guys want to buy it, let me know, $100,000. Very important to always clean your stuff, guys. We don't do it 100% of the time, but it's quick and easy. Just clean it up. Even if it's not shown, makes it everything a little bit easier and nicer, and it just looks better. Last but not least, well, maybe last, I don't know, we might have a couple more things going on, but we got the front lip going on. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. I believe it is a Type R style front lip. So let's go ahead and slap this baby on here. Oh, I'm really excited. Woo! So the lip is on. I think it looks super good. I am excited to see this thing put down on the ground and all together. I'm really excited about how this thing turned out. The build is pretty much wrapped up. Guys, make sure to jump in and get entered to win this car. It turned out really cool. It's gonna be a really awesome, reliable daily for one of you guys. Every $5 you spend on the site gets you 1 entry, or you can jump into the Motor Club. Remember, we lowered it down to just $10 now, so it is super affordable, and that gets you 100 entries. So you could buy as many $5 entries as you want to stack up there and get 100 entries with the $10 method by joining the Simple Motor Club. Like I said, the car turned out amazing. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me show you how it turned out.